Alrighty, guys. So this is a pattern. Like if we look at this chart, this is the QQQ, and this pattern that we're just seeing right here from the big drop all the way down to here, it's never been seen before. This is the first time ever. I would challenge anyone to go back and find a chart that looks like this. And what I'm getting at is you can find where we just keep dropping a couple times, and where we do, you never see, like you can see this guy and then a drop, but you never see this guy. And so this guy is what signaled that we were supposed to do this. But instead we did this. Now, you gotta ask you guys yourself some questions, okay? So I ask myself these questions. I don't have all the answers, but I know what I think and I know what I feel, and I'm gonna stick with what I think the math is saying. And so the question is, well, first off, if you guys are on social media, if you guys watch the YouTubes of the Furus, if you guys are on Twitter seeing all the posts that are going out, everyone was a bear. And the bears got paid. And I would argue that if you follow the FinTwits enough, you'll see that that is not common. And I suspect, I really don't want to believe that the amount that we trade can change what the market does. Like, I really want to believe that the market's going to follow the pattern that it was set into weeks ahead of time, and it just follows that pattern no matter what. But that would kind of eliminate like the whole max pain theory. And the max pain theory is that they look at the call options and the put options and they say, where do we lose the most or where do we make the most? Because sometimes they only lose money if they go up or down. But basically, I believe that they saw they're going to lose a lot of money on calls, and it seems like they are willing to change what the market can do based off how retail decides to invest. And fortunately, unfortunately, you can look at it several ways. I started pumping, and I believe that there are legitimate buyers that watch my stuff and agree that it's good technical analysis and decide to join me. So here's the next question, though. If we were supposed to go up, let's just say if we were supposed to do this and we didn't do it, does that mean, you got to ask yourself, does this dip right here, does that build more pressure? So if we were supposed to go up but instead they dip, does that build a bucket of pressure right here that they weren't supposed to add, which only makes the rip more powerful? And so I think we're going to have a lot of questions answered here in the next week or two. And I think we're going, I still believe 320 is the goal. And it's going to be the most weirdly shaped W we've ever seen. But I think we have to hit above this line, and I think we might hit above this line. And so I'm still looking, like right now, I'm looking at October 12th expiration, $310 strike. Right now they're going for like 30 cents a contract. I have $300. It's just my last work check, and I'm going to be throwing this back in the market on Monday when my cash settles. So hopefully we open up with a scary little dip tomorrow or on Monday, and then I'm going to full port the $300. And I believe that when they go against what they're supposed to do, it only builds pressure, and they gotta release that pressure. And we'll see if I'm right or if I'm wrong. The only other way you can look at this when comparing to 2008 is that they skipped this W part. So maybe they have the power to just say, you know what, we were going to go here to try to get some bag holders. But because too many people were betting on this guy right here, we decided to just eliminate that from the process. And so if we just skip this guy right here and we go straight to the dip, then this could hit 250, 240, 230, and then it could be the greatest relief rally of all time. And that's going into the midterms, because that's what the 2008 to 2022 VIX pattern suggests, is that we were supposed to go way up, then supposed to go way down, then have a great relief rally all the way until the 2008 $80 VIX, just complete market desolation. And why do I think that we would follow the same patterns? Well, they wouldn't be doing these types of patterns right here that we see typically. They wouldn't keep, like, if you go back and look, every single time we got in a situation like this, it always went up. I'm not talking about a little bit of the time, I'm talking about all the time it went up. And so why would it always go up? And in my mind, when I think about that, the only answer I can come up with is that this type of price action is what gets retail to lose the most money or make the least money on big market volatility. And so if we didn't get the W this time, then that would suggest that there was a lot of people buying on these calls, and it made them change their script. But again, I'm under the belief that when they change their script, it's a temporary change, and for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction, and it's going to be a great run, followed by a great crash, followed by a great rally. And they're running out of time to get all of this done by the midterms. We're 40 days away from the midterms or so. And so if they decide to take another weekend here, and then they decide to take a week on the downfall, like, they're giving themselves 2 weeks to do the rally. And when I think about it in that perspective, it makes me feel like everything that we're expecting might speed up even faster. So like when we got this 8 days now of just 8 days of garbage right here, and when we go up, I don't expect the 8 days of garbage before we go down. I really don't. But I'm going to play my options from here on out, like some with 3 weeks to expire, just to ensure that I make my profit on the big swings. But yeah, this is where my head's at right now. I really don't think that we're dipping from here. If it hits 230, then I would guess that they decide to skip the upside here. And I get, like, it would confirm to me that they have that power. And if they decide to skip the upside right here and we go to 230, then that should just be the start of the relief rally. And I'll just throw in another $300 check from there. And on that relief rally, when it goes up 60% in a month, I'll make 100 to 200x my money, which is more than I need. And that's before the giant crash that's going to come. And so, any way this goes, people, I'm going to keep playing it. Like, I don't care that I lost this one. They got me. I feel like they cheated me, but they got me. So I'm going to have to double down. That's all it is, people. That's all it is. The other option that we may want to look for, so if we try to compare, let's just say this guy right here, so the start of this dip right here, all the way down to here, if you want to compare it to this guy right here, then what would that suggest? Let's see here. So that would mean we might see a W like this and then a fall if they want to bring back in the W. But again, if they did this W right here mixed with what you see right here, that pattern has never happened in the market. Not once. You can't go find this to this and then this and then the start of a new W. So we're going to take this as a day at a time, but I told you what I'm doing on Monday. Yeah, good luck. It's my birthday today, so it's a little disappointing we didn't get everything we wanted. But yeah, I'm going to go enjoy my birthday and get ready and prepared for the new week. Good luck, people.